Hello and welcome to Straight from the Cloverfield, episode 41. Today's topic is the universe, the multiverse, and the omniverse. The multiverse, the universe is you. Each one of you is a universe yourself. You are a universe. You speak what you want into existence because your cells listen to what you say and listen to your thoughts and your words. So remember, a lot of people say, "Oh, it's with the universe." No, you are the universe. Each one is an individual universe. Now, there's a book called The Dimensional Ecology of the Omniverse by Alfred Weber, which is a really great book that explains these phenomena. Each one of you is a universe. You have your own planet, if you will. Every mind is, the planet is each a planet. The planet's manifested mind in your universe. So it can either be terrifying or you can look beyond what the fears that cause you to stumble and create what's new. Instead of repeating the same old, create what's new. Create what you wish to become. Figure out how to let yourself know that my goal is to be a better version of myself. And that's what we do while we do a show, to help people and guide them on that. And so there's the universe, which is you, the individual. Then there's the multiverse, which is multiple individuals interacting like they should be. And then there's the omniverse of everything that's seen and unseen. Everything is huge. Most people cannot fathom it because the mind cannot, it's not linear. The mind cannot wrap itself around it. But this is an interesting way to understand and try to have an understanding of all that is. That's part of us. And there's what we also coined the Antiverse, which is where you listen, you don't talk. Because humanity chatters a lot. And humanity talks too much, and they need to listen and be in nature and see what nature has to offer. Take it in and use it to help other people where they stumble. And we all stumble, and we think we all know, we understand, and then we get back and fall into the hole again, and always be there to get each other out. That's another thing I was going to talk about too, is dependence versus independence. Like tomorrow, many call Independence Day, but really, the whole idea of independence is like everybody afraid of each other and strangers, and but independence is a free will choice. It's good in certain ways, but what we really want to do is build a community of dependent individuals where we depend on each other and help each other through things. Like independence leaves people, it causes separation. It causes people to be separate and not see themselves in one another. Like the broadcasting mainstream media would rather you be afraid of each other than unite together against this broadcast, against them. They're trying to scare you and say that everybody is a stranger. But humanity is a huge family. And when one person suffers and falls, we all do. It's not that it's related to you, it is. Humanity is one being, one giant fist. Giant yellow fist of light. And if you're too independent by yourself and not interacting with others, it can be detrimental because humanity needs one another. You're not separate. The individual vessels is an illusion of separation, like a water bottle. All that water is connected as one being, but it has been separated. And humanity needs to come together and be dependent on one another, and not say, "Oh, it's every man for himself." That's terrible. That's a terrible thing. Phenomenon that the sacred masculine has its grips in, and it worships the fact that it can take care of itself and does not want to admit that sometimes we need help, and we need to help each other, not fear each other. Because when we unite as one fist of light, the dark priest class falls on its knees and it's eradicated. So I like to think about tomorrow's we have a community gathering of dependent beings because they are disabled and they depend on what they need, their needs met. Not everybody can work and put it into the workforce to work till you drop. So they get taken care of. And of course, taxation is theft, which is a whole other problem that should not be taken from somebody else to give to somebody else. But disabled people need to live too, and they're also trying to, but they get what they need, and they get assistance, but they give back to one another and help one another when anytime there's a problem. Here, that's what we do. This is a wonderful community of a family, and we depend on one another. So that's what we like to think about as a dependent gathering, because it's like we've always been ashamed to admit that maybe sometimes you need help and you can't do it all yourself, and you got to open yourself up. And because if you just stay independent forever and not connect with others, it's a disconnect. It's like a bead necklace missing a bead. You all come together and create something beautiful. That's what I'm trying to say. I know people very stuck to that independent. I'm saying if that's what you like and that's what you want, that's your free will, that's fine. But I'm saying that you're doing yourself a disservice by not interacting with individuals you may not interact with, because whatever the media might say and telling you about them, that's usually most likely inaccurate, and trying to get people to be terrified of each other so they never unite as the one giant fist that the dark occultist's worst nightmare. And that's why we do this show, to try to encourage people to form a greater understanding with what nature tries to teach. And yes. So there's something else I was going to say, but I cannot remember. I'm all over the place today. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I apologize. But I hope something I said might have inspired you and helped you out to become a better version of yourself and help others to out of their darkness. And remember, there's lots of dark nights of the soul that you go through in your life, and we need each other to help each other through it, and talk about things that may be uncomfortable, because you never know what somebody needs to hear, because they might be on their way out to say, you know what, this earth don't need me or nothing. Earth needs you. If you're here, the earth needs you. So do not do anything rash, because earth needs you here, even if you don't believe so, because just because you believe something doesn't make it accurate. But unfortunately, it makes it accurate if you believe something that is false, like you're worthless, like self-doubt. You believe that it's false, but then your cells will conform to that and believe that and make you ill. So don't do that to yourself. You're very valuable, remember, and just go out and find someone that needs you, needs your help. And that's what we're here. We need each other. We're not separate. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Ownership. All that you own is your infinite soul. That's it. Your body goes back to the earth. Unless you figure out how to eat properly and talk to yourself in a positive way to give yourselves the willpower to want to continue. That's what the desire to continue, because you're important. And without being very, you want to be authentic. And we had a good quote today about how, it was a really good quote. It was awesome. You had to hear this. Get it? It was a good, really interesting quote. It said, deliberately going out of your way to be humble hinders authenticity. So don't too much of anything is a bad thing, but too much of it, because then that takes away from authenticity. It's not that it's bad, It's just a fact that it takes away from authenticity. And the whole point is to create a community of beings that seek to help each other and better themselves and keep themselves in check. So, and learn to be authentic and be authentic without being scared. Because you know what, if you might do something out of whack that you may not know about, somebody going to tell you about it, and then maybe that corrective behavior. And it's all about correcting our behavior, because remember, Earth is a school, and we're going to learn how to behave and not interfere with anybody's free will or whatever level they're on, but offer whatever we have that you can see them to help them where they're struggling. And if somebody doesn't want you to help, then don't help them, because that's their free will choice to not be helped. But when you see the opportunity that you can help somebody, that's what you do. So, okay. I hope that helped. Remember that you are a universe. You direct your own reality, and make sure that you take in knowledge that's beneficial and helpful to you, so you can help others and keep the multiverse moving with helping one another, because this is your opportunity to align with stars on Earth. When you cross over, depart from the Earth, you become a star. And individual stars cannot interact with each other like they can on Earth. So this is your time. Time's an illusion, like I would say, but this is your moment as a physically manifested star to interact with other stars in the multiverse and reflect what you see, the sky. That's what you reflect. It's you. It's your whole collective. So you see yourself in awe, because humanity is connected like that, and they are here to learn how to work with one another and help one another, not have past judgments or what they think about somebody, but interacting, seeing that individual, looking in the eye and understanding that you and them are one. We are all one. Remember that. So, thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.